So I just keep adding more and more. This will probably take a couple days to keep adding more and more coats, because as you add the coats, the finish shrinks into the sanding scratches, and it will continue to shrink for days and days. So it's a long process, fringe polishing, I tell you. But it's well worth it when it comes to sound, because you'll, I mean, I can see in some cases where the sound would benefit using cedar and lacquer. But in most cases, what a fringe polish does to the sound is that it really opens up the volume. That's what I hear more than anything. A fringe polished guitar is always louder than a lacquered guitar. But a lacquered guitar can have a nice polished edge to the sound. And that can be nice, say with cedar at times. Not always. It depends on how you brace the cedar and how you make it and how you design it. But in general, I mean, you know, the lacquer kind of acts as a condenser, condenses the sound and disciplines the sound. The fringe polish just kind of releases the sound. It doesn't inhibit the sound the way that lacquer does. So it really depends on the sound you're after. You know, what kind of sound you, what kind of finish you want to use. And just kind of as a default, I always go towards the fringe polish. This particular guitar is I fringe polished the entire guitar, sealed the grain, and I then shot about 3 coats of lacquer on the back and the sides and the neck. And then I just fringe polished the top. And you know, in many ways, that's probably the best solution for these days, because you know, a lot of students buy guitars and they end up really, you know, abusing them. And lacquer will really hold up well to abuse. Fringe polish pretty much is not really any protection against the guitar. You know, it allows it to it allows to protect the finish from grease and dirt. That's about it. You know, if you bang it, it's not going to protect it in any way. Lacquer, on the other hand, will somewhat protect the finish, but you know, especially from you know, if you play it on a hot summer day and you're perspiring and the water kind of can affect the fringe polish in a real negative way. Cloud it up, make it dull looking, and it won't do that to lacquer. So you know, that's why it's good on the back and the sides, and can protect, because that's where your body comes in contact with it. You don't really touch the top much, and so it's good for that. The other good thing about fringe polish is it's easy to touch up. You know, if you want to have your guitar refinished at a later date, it's so easy to just redo the fringe polish on it, where lacquer is a whole other thing. It's really difficult to refinish a lacquer guitar. So there's a lot to be said for fringe polish. As you can see, it's really exhausting to do. and repetitive, and it can probably, I mean, there are times when I've been doing this where I just can't stand it anymore and want to do something else because my arm kills me from doing this. But there's really no other solution. So anyway, I do this for probably about another 10 minutes, and then I let it sit again overnight and continue this until it builds up enough finish where it quits shrinking and has a real smooth look to it and quits shrinking. So this is from the first coat I just did. As you can see, it's trying to get it in the right light there to see the finish. It looks pretty good. And I'll just keep doing that for the next couple of days, build up the finish, try to not get any swirl marks in it as best I can, but even a swirl mark or two in a French polish actually looks pretty good. So anyhow, this is what French polishing is, and then after I'm satisfied with it and I finish it, I will cut this tape off here with the razor blade and glue the bridge on. And I hope to be able to demonstrate that. That's really a crucial part of guitar making, in a really crucial way. And I can show you what I mean by that. So that will be next. That's coming up next.